Hi, Seth Moreno. Happy to have you on 360 Art Drops podcast channel. And anyone who enjoys our content can join, and subscribe. And definitely, Seth Moreno will be putting out his links on the podcast. So
Cool.
Seth, how did you get into all the different types of art that you're producing, wire wrapping and your geometrical art abstractions?
I think it started with just wanting to wear crystals. So I
Uh-huh.
looked up a wire wrapping tutorial,
Uh-huh.
and it was just twisting two pieces of wire together and
Right.
then just getting hang on a necklace.
Yeah.
And once I got on Instagram, I saw like people doing more elaborate techniques, and I bought a piece from someone that had weaves and coils in it,
Uh-huh.
and then I kind of teach myself. And yeah, so once I got on Instagram, I just got really inspired to explore it as an art form rather than just wearing crystals.
Uh-huh.
And I guess the way it's developed was um
Did you paint
like
first or did you wire wrap first?
I wire wrapped first.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, painting is kind of new to me,
Oh,
like newer. I don't know. I've been doing it for a while, but I've been wire wrapping for a lot longer.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, I tried wire wrapping when about 10, 15 years ago, and I didn't even look at any kind of um manuals or any kind of YouTube instructions or anything. I just randomly just started wire wrapping some random stuff. I wasn't, I didn't get very good at it, where, the technique was, because the techniques, they have different techniques, which are very, where it's tightly wound. And my techniques were just kind of haphazard, and I was selling them for like $5, but I just can't for the life of me understand like all the different techniques. Like you'd have to have a lot of patience for that.
Yeah, there's a lot of complicated techniques that I've done a couple times, but then I'm like, I just don't use them. Like, um, I guess the things that I try to accomplish in a piece, I can accomplish without doing every single elaborate technique there is. And I don't know, like I kind of just um, stumble into a lot of things too.
Uh-huh.
Like since it's a lot of it is just making it up as I go.
Uh-huh.
Um, you just kind of like figure things out, and it does require patience. But once once you get to a point where like you accept that, oh, I can't finish this in one session,
Uh-huh.
then you can spend 30 hours on a piece, and it doesn't really require any extra patience than if you were to spend 5 hours on a piece, because you
What
can't
does it count? What?
because you can't sit there that whole time and just get it done in one session. It just
Right.
takes too.
What's your favorite wire wrapping techniques that you use? Like, are they, named something?
Yeah, I like doing weaves, and I use a lot of tube settings, which is um, it's more just like it's not necessarily a wire wrapping technique. It's in metal fabrication and other
Oh, okay,
forms of.
okay.
Yeah, I use that a lot. Um, I don't know if you can see, but there's um there's two tubes.
Oh, okay, okay.
It's not focusing, but there's two tubes right there,
Yeah, I see
and
that. Yeah,
I use that a lot as a way to um, include additional colors and fill gaps.
and then I noticed that you actually do these belt buckles also.
I've done one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Are you gonna do more?
I want to. Yeah.
That's like a really cool idea.
Yeah, it was kind of hard. Um, like I made it and then I wore it around for a long time to make sure that it was sturdy and everything. And then the prong that goes into the belt loop
Uh-huh.
or the belt hole,
Right.
it started to bend eventually.
Oh,
And then so I had to go back and undo it, and I used stiffer wires and added some other wires to like stabilize it so it would not shift.
okay.
And then yeah, I wore it for a long time and it never bent. And
Okay.
so I think I figured it out.
I thought it was so cool. Like haven't seen anyone do a wire wrapping belt buckle before. So thought that was really neat.
Yeah, there's a couple others out there, but I think the few that I've seen, everyone's done it different.
Uh-huh. And then I also noticed that you do a lot of cool collabs with um people in the wire wrapping industry.
Yeah, um, it seems like something. I don't know if it's like this with all types of art. Probably not, but in yeah, in this sort of art scene, like um, everyone seems pretty ready to share techniques and to like teach each other and um, yeah, and collaborate on projects together.
Yeah, it's really cool. I done few collabs when I was younger, but I don't know, it's been so long now. I kind of I stopped painting for like a few years. I was in and out of hospitals, but now I'm better and I'm trying to like do some other different types of things so that I can raise money for the art. So I'm not fully into my art right now,
Mm.
but I thought it was really cool that you collabed. And like, what considerations do you like do you look into to collab with another artist? Like what kind of techniques do you look for in somebody else that to collab?
Um, there's like a few different angles. Like one of them is like there's been people that I look up to as
Uh-huh.
artists, so I asked them if they'd be
Willing
willing to
to?
collab.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, and I've done some like that. And then I think there's been some who look up to me and then asked if I wanted to collaborate, and then I said yeah. And then other times it's just friends like hanging out, and like that's like the most fun is when you're in person with each other rather than sending it in the mail back and forth.
Yeah. I would feel the same way. Um, what how do you keep is what else do you do to keep running? Do you have any other small businesses or other jobs that you do so that you can keep your art going?
Yeah, I'm a massage therapist.
Oh wow,
Um,
okay.
and right now I'm kind of like taking a break from that, like in transition, moving to a new place.
Oh, okay.
Um, I'm kind of like just full time dad mode and working on art.
Yeah. Are you still gonna be staying in Seattle or are you gonna move somewhere else or
Yeah, I'm moving to the Midwest. I'm moving to Wisconsin. I'm from Illinois originally.
oh
Um,
wow, what a journey.
yeah, it's gonna be a big move.
Yeah. Are you moving closer to family?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay, I can't imagine having, to be a parent, and do it without any help.
Yeah, yeah. We have some friends who offer a little bit of help, but yeah, we need more of it. And my parents are retired now, and then my fiance's parents are close to retirement, and everyone's really happy to like help out and excited that we're going to be home and to be around the baby. And
Yeah, I can't
yeah,
imagine. Yeah, in our family, I'm in India right now. I lived in California for 30 years of my life. And in our, in the Indian family structures, and especially living in India, there's a lot of help. And I think it really helps people to like continue to move forward in their life, whatever occupation it might be. Um, uh, I'm still living with my parents. So I actually had some stuff going on, so I ended up living with my parents again. And it's not a bad thing. I think in the beginning, like, like my friends used to like say like, "Oh, you're gonna live with your parents again." And they used to put me down for it, and I was like, realize like after when you start growing even older that it like really doesn't matter. I mean, it's like a blessing to still have your parents in your life and have them be able to be there for you the next generation.
yeah, yeah. And even if we weren't going to have a baby, like um, when I moved here to Seattle, that was like 6 years ago. And um, even though it was like the direction life was taking me and it was like the right move to do, there's still a big part of me that was like, well, I get along really well with my parents and they're, basically my best friends. And so does it really make sense to live all the way across the country from them? And so I knew that I was going to go back eventually
Yeah,
because
I
I
completely
enjoy
understand.
them.
How do you relate with your mom and dad? Like, what are your favorite things to
Um,
share with them?
well, they both of them really like my jewelry, and so they're
Uh-huh,
supportive. And my dad's an artist, and my mom's an artist in her own way, like just the way, like the eye that she has for her way of decorating the house, or she does crocheting,
uh-huh.
and but my dad, yeah, he's like really good at drawing and painting, and he just retired from tattooing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so yeah, like I like working on art with my dad, and we haven't done too many collaborations, but we've done a couple paintings together, and
Uh-huh.
but pretty much anything, like just even just hang out at home. I like being around them, and going on hikes or walks, taking the dog out, and
Yeah.
yeah,
What kind of
other
dog
than,
you have?
she's a mixture. She's like half pit bull, a quarter beagle, and a quarter lab.
Oh, wow. Pitbull and
Yeah,
lab, my favorite. I actually had a
yeah,
lab myself, but he lived a good 16 years and led a very happy life. And I was very sad to let him go in 2015, around
yeah,
that time. But
yeah. That's
he
what
lived a happy life.
was
Uh,
that in California?
that was in California, and also was living in Arizona for a few years. I absolutely, that was a horror for me, but um, I I really I'm more of a Bay Area kid, like I grew up in the Bay Area and mostly spent most of my formative years in California.
Yeah, yeah. I spent a little time in California.
I would like to come to Seattle, but I don't know if it's gonna work or not. I have to see. I'm single, I'm with my parents, so I'm trying to find somebody to marry, and that's like a kind of like a huge procedure with the Indian culture.
Mm.
Um, so we'll see what happens, but I keep my mind open. That's the best advice I can give anyone about anything, is just keep your mind open, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want you know, block yourself out from certain opportunities.
Yeah, and sometimes your parents are in different generations, so you just kind of have to love them as they are, just like they love you as you are.
Yeah.
What like advice, like, talk about your paintings a little bit, like how did you start, the transition from wire wrapping to painting, and like your paintings are incredibly like geometrical abstractions, like a kind of almost look like there's like a wire wrap in there or something, or
Yeah.
like a drawing of a wire.
Yeah. I think it's like the same thing that I put into the wire wraps that I put into my paintings, and the same thing that like I feel like moves through my body when I dance. Like I don't really know what it is, but it's something beyond me, it feels like. And when it takes form as a piece of jewelry or a painting, it's it feels like it's something that exists on a like a non-material level that I'm then, trying to bring into physical form.
Yeah, I
And
really feel the energy, like from the transition that you did.
yeah, and the way I got into painting um, was just a friend of mine, like a really good friend of mine. He was painting a lot, and we were hanging out one time, and he let me try with his paints, and then I just bought some, and then um, I've kind of like gone through little phases with it, or I'll um, I'll work on a painting at night after I'm done working on jewelry, just because it's a little more relaxing.
Yeah, I can see
Yeah.
that. Is it like acrylic, all acrylic then, or
Yep. All acrylic.
do you know how to airbrush?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay, I'd love to learn how to do airbrushing, but I like your technique. Your style is very like prominent, in your paintings. Like I
Thanks.
can tell, like that this looks like a Seth Moreno painting.
Thanks.
Do you want to throw out all your links, like all your links to how to reach you?
Yeah. Pretty much just Instagram and Facebook at this point. Um, yeah, my Instagram is at Seth Moreno 7, and then my Facebook is facebook.com/Seth 737.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to get a website eventually.
Yeah, I tried. It's just I can't get it together yet. I'm on the same page as you. Um, what advice would you give to like somebody who has never done any type of art, and they want to start getting into it, or even somebody who's like kind of like learned some stuff, and then for them to like proceed further into the art realm?
I guess um like for with wire wrapping, I think someone told me like don't be afraid to fail, like don't be afraid to mess up. And I guess what I learned from that is like a lot of times when I thought that I was messing up on a piece, it was actually laying the grounds for something else to occur
Oh,
that really makes the piece special, or like where I really learned something from it. And I think it also um, like being okay with messing up in a way that kind of gives you permission just to start over, like to not be hard on yourself. If you have to start over, then you have to start over, and then that creates a higher standard for yourself to um, to make something of high quality, maybe, I guess.
Uh-huh. Oh,
And
uh-huh.
yeah, was there another part to your question that I kind
Oh, it's just is there any other advice or
of I think that's about it. Like I probably have some other things that would come to mind, but I kind of lost track of what I was thinking.
sorry. Do you
That's
take
all
a
right.
do you take a lot of breaks? To be able to handle the stress on your back and your hands?
Yeah, yeah. Like when I was making jewelry full time, it was kind of hard on my wrists, and then once I got into massage, I think that kind of like made me stronger, and like now I don't really get any issues with my hands and wrists. I know that my posture is probably not good, and I should probably do some form of self care to like
Maybe she could get
loosen.
into dancing or some sort of like um we have like this class called Burn over here, which is a mix of like doing like certain kinds of reps and weightlifting. I only do 2 kgs, but it seems to like at least get my body kind of moving.
Yeah, yeah. I should probably implement some sort of routine.
Like you can do like reps and stuff like that of different like motions, different or like I go to this dance fitness class which I really thought was lame like when I was younger, but I'm like actually doing that to like keep my mind in a positive state. Um,
Yeah,
uh, do
yeah,
you, uh, do you have like a favorite memory, like a favorite memorable like piece or favorable moment making the piece or giving it to someone that you had an interaction with that was like particularly soothing to both of you?
yeah. I guess like in general, um, like with making art and making jewelry, it's like you might make something that's really cool and someone buys it and they love it, or other times you make a piece that's really special and like is highly symbolic for the person. Like I do a lot of custom work, and there's one piece that I did that involved a parachute pin. It's like
Oh,
the thing that the skydiver pulls to eject
right.
the parachute. And this guy's cousin was in a parachuting accident. He passed away, and so this guy inherited the pin from the parachute where that occurred, and he wanted that set into a piece of jewelry
Oh,
with into a wire wrap pendant with some garnets that he found. I think maybe he found him with that cousin,
okay.
and so there's like all this symbolism tied into the piece, and and so like just to feature something that really means something to that person is like that's like the most rewarding um, way of making art that I've experienced.
Yeah, this
And I've
sounds
done,
really incredible, like the symbology and everything.
yeah, yeah, and I've done like urns with ashes in them.
Oh,
For,
okay.
um, yeah, yeah, the pieces that have symbolism in them are like the ones that I probably remember the most and mean the most to me.
Uh-huh. So, what, like, is there a favorite event that you've painted at, or uh, a favorite event that you've gone to when you said that you also danced to kind of calm down or to feel like different energies moving through you? What would be the most favorite event that you've been to in your life that that was that made you feel like the art was flowing through you, or just relaxing or relieving to you?
Um, not really sure. I used to go to a lot of music festivals, um, and then I don't know. I used to be really self-conscious with dancing, and then gradually, like these different channels of energy kind of just started opening inside me with like um, psychedelics and just um, like learning how to just trust the things that I feel inside me and like to surrender and like let go of my ego and and yeah, just um, yeah, I guess just different music festivals and live concerts and yeah, there's been moments where it's like the band is improvising and the music is moving through my body and my body is interpreting it in the same exact time as the music
Uh-huh.
to the point like I don't feel like there's any separation between me, the music, and the performers and the rest of the people in the crowd. Like um, everything just becomes one.
Collective
Um,
effervescence.
yeah,
I
yeah. So that yeah, that's
heard that
happened.
word somewhere.
Effervescence.
Yeah, on another podcast, they said collective effervescence, that somebody was researching it. I think it was Mackenzie was on a podcast saying that. I think her name's Mackenzie Chase.
Kinsey Chase.
Yeah. But it's a cool word, collective effervescence. I'm like, I'm gonna use that word.
Good one. It means like bubbly, doesn't it? Like effervescent. It's like
Yeah, like the whole energy of the crowd, I guess, or something.
hmm,
I think that's what I got out of it anyway.
that's a cool
Um,
word.
yeah. So I mean, is there if people want to reach you, like reach you for your massage therapy, is it another way to reach you, or just reach you on Seth Moreno on Facebook?
Yeah, probably just on Facebook or Instagram, and about whatever paintings or wire wraps or massage or um, tips with wire wrapping. Like I'm pretty much open to whatever.
Are you gonna create a YouTube channel that's um like a tutorial for other people?
No, um, there's some good ones out there already, I think, and like um, yeah, I would do like one-on-one stuff, but
Oh,
yeah, but I haven't really had the
hold on, my niece.
desire.
Maya,
Uh,
no. Out. Out, Maya. Maya, out. Not right now. Not right now, Maya. Please, out. You have to listen when I'm saying no. Maya. Okay, then I'm gonna tell Adaba. Don't tell my dad. Sorry. I live with my
okay,
nieces. Sorry about that.
it's okay.
She's like doesn't she's not a big fan of the podcast. She has some friends who they do some they're into Roblox and some other stuff. And I don't know if you know what that is.
Mm-mm.
Some it's a video game. The kids are like really they're high off this Roblox. And
Mm.
they're really into it. And then my dad, who's their grandpa, is like constantly trying to tell them to stop being on the computer. It's a computer
Oh yeah,
addiction. Yeah. And she never listens
yeah.
to what I say. I guess her friend has a like some sort of gaming like for kids channel, and they have like 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So she's always trying to explain to me that I need to improve my skills or something. I'm like, I'm not doing this to get 1,000 subscribers. I'm doing this because I like the connection I have with people, and it helps me stay sane, to stay connected with other artists.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not trying to reach the 1,000 level. It's all good.
Well, I hope you do.
Oh,
You're not.
you're sweet. Um, is there anything else that you wanted to share with everybody, or
I think
anything?
that's probably all the main stuff I can think
Okay.
of.
Okay, well, you're always welcome to come back on and share with us any developments in your life, or yeah, things like that. I don't know,
Cool.
just
Thank.
you can reach out to me anytime, or if you just want to talk, I'm here.
All right. Yeah. Same to you.
Okay, thanks so much, Seth. You're great.
Yeah. Thank you. You too.
Bless you.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye bye.